Today we're going to be talking about our favorite cities.
I know, stay tuned. Good morning, everyone. Today we are talking about the city we visited and which one we like the most.
You know, we've seen a lot, and I have to say, the ones that keep coming up in conversations, I mean, we talk about cruising all the time, but because of cruising, for the most part, we've gotten to see a lot of these cities, and some of these cities actually we just visited
On a regular basis,
just on a regular basis.
And
So-
some city I would love to go back many times, and others not so much. So we want to talk to you about the one we like the most. So, which one do you think is the best one?
Well, first one, we're going to save the best for later.
Okay.
How about the best for later? So, first one on the list. Come on, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Well, that was the first city in Asia we visited, so that's probably why it's so special for us. I mean, that's when we landed in Asia for the first time.
After a 14-hour flight.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was a long flight.
We thought it was like 8 hours or something like that.
No.
We left from Vancouver, went to Hong Kong on a non-stop flight. Thought it was like 8 hours. Captain comes on board. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, on our way, 14 hours. I'm going, oh my god.
Yeah, it was a long flight. But it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful city.
Yeah, Hong Kong is like an incredibly walkable city.
I know. The subway system is perfect. Actually, works really well. And I love about Hong Kong the fact it's a very good mix of old and new, of Western and Eastern, of everything. Like you can see like something incredibly old next to a massive skyscraper, ultra modern. It's like incredible.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. Also, some of the must-sees are the Peak.
Yeah, the Peak is beautiful.
You get an incredible view of Hong Kong from the Peak.
But the thing you like the most in Hong Kong, I think, was our hotel.
The Ritz-Carlton Hotel is at the top of the International Trade Center. It's like 100 and something floors up. Some people don't like the elevator going up. I thought it was perfectly fine. Actually, I hate heights, but 100 and something floors up, I was able to look all the way down, no problem, at the pool.
I was fine looking down. It was just the elevator was driving me crazy because it was going boom, 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 was shaking all the way up, and I was thinking in my head, how many freaking meters we have below us?
I think like that on an airplane.
Oh,
when we're taking off.
I was petrified on that elevator. I will never want to go on that elevator again.
Okay, well next time we try a different hotel in Hong Kong.
Why not?
What about the next one?
I would say Paris.
Paris.
Paris is such a beautiful city. I mean, okay, it's an iconic city. Everybody knows about Paris. Everybody knows about the Louvre and the Tour Eiffel and the Champs-Élysées and the Arc de Triomphe. But there's so much more to offer.
Like, for instance, did you know that Evian is on tap? All you have to do is just turn on any water faucet and you've got Evian. Instant Evian anywhere in the city.
It's very good tap water. No, it's a beautiful city. Just grab some fromage and some
fromage.
and sit on a bench and just enjoy the city. It's so beautiful. Just get lost in the many little streets and sightseeing. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Actually, I really enjoyed the boat tour on the Seine River. That was amazing.
Oh, right. In the evening, there is a little boat, and it takes you by the Notre Dame, and it takes you by the Eiffel Tower, and some of them even offer dinner. So you can, have this romantic sort of mini sailing in the evening, ideally in the summertime.
What we did for New Year's was a bit cold, but it was beautiful.
Ideally in the summertime.
And by a bit cold, freezing cold.
And that is a wonderful way. If you clamp a GoPro to the top of the boat,
you can. The view is absolutely stunning.
Sure.
Don't give away our secrets.
Well, Venice.
Yeah, that's gonna be our next city.
We leave tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow.
We've been there like a dozen times.
Yes. It's only 2 hours drive from here, so it's not very far.
But we're not going to tell you anything about Venice until
next week.
Next week. And we're actually going to do a off the beaten path
Tour of Venice.
He's been working hard on finding all of the stuff that tourists don't usually go to.
Yes. So we want to do something behind the scenes, something that is not usually on the tourist map, because everybody knows about San Marco Square and the Rialto Bridge, the gondolas. But there's so much to see in Venice. It's incredible, and some of these places are like empty. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to highlight those. Well,
yeah.
we're going this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
And so the video perhaps will be ready probably Wednesday or Thursday, something like that. Next one, Singapore.
Singapore. Oh, Singapore is beautiful. So shiny and new and sparkly and hot.
Do you know Singapore's like just above the equator?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was the closest to the equator I've ever been. And I didn't realize just how hot.
It's really hot.
But wow.
Oh, it's a beautiful city.
Wow.
Definitely worth walking in Singapore.
Yeah,
so clean.
We actually went twice.
Yes.
On the same trip. We, of course, by cruise ship. And wow, what a beautiful city it was.
Yeah, and the first time, the boats stay overnight, so we were able to see the Spectra light show.
That has got to be
absolutely.
If you see one thing.
Yeah.
If you see one thing.
Absolutely, go there and watch a light show.
Because all of the lasers, they're all like dancing around from Marina Bay Sands Hotel.
Yeah, and the music is like absolutely fantastic. It's like well done. I mean, like wow. It's every night at 7, I think, or that's after sunset.
After sunset. I think next time we go there, I would go there for 2 nights. And I would stay one night at Marina Bay Sands so that we can go and use the pool at the top and have a party and do all of that sort of, because they do pool parties all day and all night. And then the next day, start from the bottom and then watch the light show from the bottom and videotape everything and then go, oh look, I was over there.
Yeah, it's actually really worth it. Yeah. And the food in Singapore is incredible. I mean, the hawker houses are like so fantastic. Like you can eat everything there. It's like so good.
I'm surprised that I was not able to figure out what Singapore food is or was. But we realized that Singapore food is a mix. It's a hodgepodge of Indian and Thai and Malaysian,
Indonesian. Well, it's like in the middle between Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia. So there's a mix of everything. And in Little India, for example, the smell and of the food is so amazing. I mean, I don't want to eat everything there. Yeah. The only problem was like the heat. When you have these people chopping in front of the tandoori, and you like get this like wave of heat, it's like whoa! I think experienced hot heat like that only next to lava in Hawaii.
I believe we sweat kilos that day.
Oh,
it was incredible.
Wow. Yeah, very hot.
But I would go back. Yeah, I would go back definitely. What about Florence? Florence is right around the corner from us.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half away, not even. Yeah. Oh, love Florence. What not to like about Florence?
Well, you have museums.
You have beautiful churches. You have like history. It's the capital of the Renaissance.
Oh, what's the Renaissance?
Well, the Renaissance was this movement after the Dark Ages of people rediscovering like joy of life and arts and literature. So all these amazing artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, they all come out in the Renaissance. And because Florence was the financial capital of the world, they all worked in Florence. So in Florence you see like amazing work of art, like from Michelangelo, from Raphael, from Leonardo, from Botticelli.
Like the David?
Like the David.
Ah, so where do we find the David?
Well, there's a few Davids around the city actually. The real David, the real one from Michelangelo was moved from the Piazza of the Signoria, which was originally like in front of the city hall, was moved inside the museum. Because of the rain was damaging the marble. So the one that you see in the piazza now is a replica. If you want to see the real one, you have to go in the museum. And
which museum?
The Galleria Nazionale.
Oh, the Galleria Nazionale. Okay.
Nazionale.
But Nazionale.
Yeah.
But you know, seriously, the David that's outside in front of the, what is it? The city hall.
City hall. Yeah. Palazzo Vecchio.
Palazzo Vecchio. Go there.
It's beautiful.
Take your photo. It's the same one.
And you're going to see another David. There's another replica, but this one is in bronze. It's on top of the Belvedere, with the Piazzale Michelangelo is. We can see the city from the top. That's another.
I don't remember that one.
What do you want? You got a photo in front of it.
No, I don't remember seeing the David in bronze.
It's a photo of the David in bronze.
Oh, well. Must have been too busy eating gelato or something.
It must be. No, probably you were too busy looking at the view, because you don't see the Davids behind. You see the view of the city from there. It's absolutely stunning.
And of course, Ponte Vecchio.
Ponte Vecchio. Oh, who doesn't like Ponte Vecchio?
Yeah, you know, there's some interesting thing about Ponte Vecchio. It was the only bridge during the war that wasn't destroyed.
Yeah. The Nazi general that was in charge of Florence decided not to destroy the bridge because it was so beautiful. So they destroyed every other bridge so the American cannot come to the city, but they left Ponte Vecchio. And the city was so grateful of this that they actually dedicated a plaque on Ponte Vecchio. And it's the only plaque dedicated to a Nazi. Mm-hmm. It's quite...
Go figure.
Yeah, well...
And then there's also the Duomo.
The Duomo is absolutely fantastic. Santa Croce is another amazing church. The old pharmacy.
Oh yeah, Santa Maria Novella.
Oh, it's really beautiful.
Actually, if you arrive by train to the Santa Maria Novella train station, you can walk by this old pharmacy from, I don't know, caveman days or something.
Oh, it's so fresco. And it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, incredible. And you can buy a piece of history. You can buy these old remedies, like these old elixirs and soaps and perfumes that they made like in caveman days.
Originally were made by the monks of the monastery next to the church, but nowadays they're actually made. I don't know by whom, but
I don't know. But it's definitely, if you take home one thing other than a leather bag from Florence, which are fantastic, you have to go to the Santa Maria Novella pharmacy. And pick something up from there.
And if you want something delicious to eat, go to the market. The San Lorenzo market is absolutely fantastic. There's so many places to eat there, like traditional food from Florence, not touristy, but
they have to go to the second floor.
Second floor upstairs. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Incredible.
Next city, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Oh, such a beautiful city. We arrived in Barcelona twice by boat, by cruise ship. So actually Barcelona is one of the main hub in the Med for cruising.
You know, I visited Barcelona, I think, 3 times.
3 times.
Also by cruise ship. And it's also, it always starts, the journey always starts by going down La Rambla.
Yes, because it's right by the port.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I recommend visiting, if you're going to visit La Rambla, visit it in the morning.
Yes.
Because
it's so busy.
Less people, it's cooler. I mean, Barcelona is another hot city.
Well, in the summer it is very hot, yeah.
Yep.
And the amount of tourists in La Rambla gets like really overwhelming.
A lot of people say to watch your wallet.
Yes.
Because apparently there's lots of pickpockets in Barcelona. Never been an issue for me, but
me neither. Never had any problem in Barcelona. Actually, I never felt unsafe at all.
But you know, we always put our wallet in our front pocket, and you know, just stay aware. But that's like that, like in any city,
everywhere. Exactly. And then you can see all the Gaudi architecture is absolutely fantastic. You can see his masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia.
Right, the church that is the ancient church that has never been finished. Always under construction.
Piece of advice. If you don't have a ticket in advance to the Sagrada Familia, the line can be brutal, so take a photo and leave, because you can wait in line forever. And
I think the tickets for Sagrada Familia are not based on reservation of time, it's just for the day, right? So you still could be waiting in line for a long time.
I don't remember, but I remember the line was brutal.
Just take a photo in front, or have somebody take a photo of you in front of it, and enjoy.
I personally love the Gothic Cathedral of Barcelona, which is in the Gothic Quarter. That is absolutely stunning, and there's nobody there because everybody goes to the Sagrada Familia. Nobody knows there's this second church, which was built like I don't know, 3,000 years ago.
And getting to this church is pretty amazing as well, because you're off La Rambla, you're off all
There's little tiny roads.
Exactly, and there's nobody there. It's only local, little local shops.
Absolutely spectacular. The stained glasses. It's like it was built indeed 1,000 years ago or something like that. That's like super old.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. Definitely worth watching.
Yes, and while you're off the beaten path, definitely stop for lunch.
Yes.
But stay away from the tourist traps.
Yes. Be careful. There's lots of tourists, and restaurants and stores tend to take advantage a little bit of the tourists. So
Do you remember
ask
that?
for the prices before.
Yeah, you remember that time we ordered 3 little pieces of what was it called?
Prosciutto,
Pate negra.
Pate negra,
Yeah.
and a bottle of wine. We spent 50 euros for like bread and prosciutto.
Yeah, it was a lot of bread and 3 little pieces of
Yeah.
careful. If you want to go for lunch and want to have a local meal or local-ish meal that's not going to be ridiculously expensive, go to the market.
Yeah, the market is beautiful.
It will be busy.
Find a table,
Finding a table will be difficult.
but it's really worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it, and you have a choice.
Yeah, tons of choices. Loved it.
Folks, we are in the race to 1,000 subscribers. So 1,000 thank yous to everyone who's subscribed. And hit this little subscribe button. You guys are going to get the videos first.
Exactly. So you never miss a video. Just hit the subscribe button.
So,
Next city.
Rome, the
Rome.
city of Caesar,
Yeah, Rome, the eternal city.
the eternal city.
Eternal city. Yeah.
If there is one thing to do in Rome,
Is the Segway tour. Oh my god, it was so much fun. We done it twice and we loved it. It's like absolutely fantastic. You cannot imagine how fantastic the Segway tour of Rome is.
and if you've been on a Segway tour before, or if you've been on a Segway before, just know that they actually turn the Segways down. So you can ask them to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, last time we did it, actually we were lucky because there was just the 2 of us and the tour guide. Oh my god, we asked him to take around like different places and we had a blast.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Especially, driving by the Colosseum or segwaying by the Colosseum.
or
And the Maximus.
Oh, the Circus
Maximum. Exactly.
And we went up to the Capitol Hill and we saw the Forum from the top. Like all in one tour. It was like 3 hours. We were going and going. It was so much fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely something to see. Best thing to see in Rome.
Oh my god. The list can be like a mile long.
Okay, I have mine. The Colosseum at sunset.
Oh yeah, the Colosseum is sunset. There's a particular spot you have to go to see the Colosseum. So if you walk down from the big white marbly monument, the Altare della Patria or the monument of Vittorio Emanuele II, towards the Colosseum, you go down via the Fori Imperiali and then you turn right towards the Basilica of San Pietro in Vincoli.
And there's actually a coffee shop directly in front. So if it's still not if it's not sunset yet, you can enjoy a coffee or a drink, and then as soon as it's sunset, go there. You can sit down on the there's a wall. You can sit down on the wall.
And the view of the Colosseum from there is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you can see the lights turning on. It's so beautiful.
Absolutely.
But my favorite place in Rome is the Pantheon.
The Pantheon. It is a very nice place. I've seen it many times, and every time I look up at that dome and I wonder, like, the thin, like the dome is like so thin.
The Roman did an amazing job.
And it's been there for like a gazillion years, and there's been countless earthquakes, and it's
still standing, and this looks like new. It's like incredible. Well, the reason why it was preserved is because in the Dark Ages they turned into a church. So it used to be a Roman temple and it turned into a church. So because it was a church, they left it intact. So it's the only perfectly preserved church, Roman temple actually, before in the world. It's absolutely amazing.
Yep. Just go there. If there's
Early in the morning.
Yeah. Early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Yeah,
Because the line can be brutal as well.
Yeah. Same thing with the Trevi Fountain.
The Trevi Fountain, yeah. Late at night, early in the morning.
The secret to the Trevi Fountain.
Yes.
There's a secret.
That's a secret.
And we should have mentioned this in the very beginning, but there's a secret. If you want to take the best photo of the Trevi Fountain, you don't take it where all of the other people are. What you do is you go to the kids section at United Colors of Benetton on the second floor. Well, actually, technically it's the first floor, but for Americans and Canadians, the second floor. You go to the kids section, you look out the window, and boom.
And you have a perfect shot of the fountain. we might get a letter from United Color of Benetton, but it's okay.
No.
Yeah, and then if you want some amazing Roman food, you have to go to the Jewish ghetto.
The Jewish ghetto.
Oh
Yes.
my God, yes. The food is like so delicious there. If you go in the winter when it's artichoke season, you have the best deep fried artichoke you ever imagine. It's so good.
Yeah, definitely. Just remember that time we ordered two each?
Yeah, no. It's like eating chips. You will never get tired of it.
So good, so good.
Okay, next city. San Francisco.
San Francisco, what a walkable. All I remember about San Francisco is 30,000 steps.
Yeah,
every
San
time.
Francisco is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
in my opinion, is the best American city. I mean, New York's pretty nice, but San Francisco is so unique. On the bay, with the views you can have in San Francisco, it's absolutely fantastic.
So much culture,
So much culture.
friendly people.
Very friendly people. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. You can see the bay and the Golden Gate. You never get tired of it.
And Chinatown,
Chinatown.
the best Chinese food ever.
Yeah, really, really good Chinese food in Chinatown. Yeah, definitely worth checking it. Fisherman Wharf, unfortunately,
There was a little fire. A little
unfortunately.
fire. But I think, I was just on their website, and apparently there's restaurants open for delivery because we're,
In the quarantine.
middle of the, pandemic.
And then the park in San Francisco is amazing. The beaches and the park, like the Golden Gate Park and the Presidio Park, are so beautiful. I never get tired of that city. It's like so spectacular.
Yeah, definitely. That's another city that I've arrived, I think, every single time by cruise ship.
No, you flew there.
I flew there once?
Flew there a couple of times. Actually,
To take a cruise ship?
to take a cruise ship.
Okay.
No, it's definitely worth checking. If you'd have to pick one city in the States, I would pick San Francisco.
Oh, do you remember that San Francisco was the only city that we found Lambrusco?
Yes, yes.
Lambrusco is a wine. It's the famous wine of our little dinky region here in Italy. It's a light, I just call it Italian Coca-Cola because it's so delicious.
It's bubbly and it's red. It's very refreshing. It's the perfect wine for fried food because it goes like so well with fried food.
And summer.
And in the summer, I like it. Chilled Lambrusco is amazing. And it's not the wine doesn't last very long. It's not meant to be kept in the cellar. It's meant to be drink like very fresh.
That year.
So for this reason, the export of this wine is not very big.
Now, there's some that have lots of sugar, like super sweet.
Yeah, there's different
And
kinds.
I think those ones can last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But this particular one from this little dinky cantina that's
Dry Lambrusco.
shocking was there in San Francisco. So we bought like a dozen bottles and brought them on board the cruise ship.
On board it, yeah.
So,
And everybody loved it.
and everyone loved it.
Next city.
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Oh, love Tokyo.
What is the one thing that would surprise people about Tokyo?
I did not see one single sushi restaurant.
No sushi.
No, very, very few. I mean, very few.
Lots of ramen.
Lots of ramen, tonkatsu, and other delicious food, but I didn't see that many sushi restaurants.
Nope. No sushi restaurants in Tokyo.
I think it's becoming too expensive.
Yeah, probably. And probably the local fish in Tokyo is probably, I don't know. Maybe a little radioactive.
I don't know. Anyways, that was something that we noticed. Like, not that many sushi restaurants, but
However,
such a beautiful city.
Tonkatsu.
Tonkatsu, so good.
This is a deep fried pork cutlet with panko breading.
So crisp.
And they have Michelin star restaurants.
I know.
That make this beautiful cutlet of pork.
Oh, it's so good. You have no idea. It's like, wow. Loved it.
You gotta go there.
And one thing I was, completely surprised about Tokyo. It's such a modern city, but the people are still very traditional. I mean, you can still see young couples wearing kimonos in the city. I was like, wow, that's
Who knew?
so amazing.
Who knew?
I was shocked how beautiful that is.
And not many tourists there.
No, not many tourists. No, it was like absolutely fantastic.
I think the biggest challenge about Tokyo was the language.
Yes.
However, the local people knew enough English, like it was fine. Like we don't know any Japanese.
No.
Other than arigato, but that's about it. I still remember that. But it was easy. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
No, we were getting along, no problem. And the subway system's like, whoa, it's like so fantastic. You can go pretty much everywhere in the city, which is enormous. The city is massive. And the subway takes you in every single corner of the city.
you know what else they have? Cat cafes.
Oh, yeah, the cat cafe.
Do you remember all those cute little kitties with the
so
ears?
adorable.
So here's how it works. So they have these adoption agencies, and oftentimes what they do to supplement their income is they let you go there and buy overpriced tuna, and I mean overpriced, in little bags, and then you can go to these rooms where the cats, they're just like, oh, whatever. But the second you open
The tuna.
they're like,
They're best. And there's a big sign that says, don't pick up the cat. And what do they do?
I'm sure you're not the only one.
I'm sure I'm not the only one. But it's really fun. If you have half an hour in Tokyo to do this, do it. It's so much fun.
It's so nice, and you feed the kitties.
And you feed the kitties.
feed the
And
kitties.
they become your best friend as long as you're the tuna. The moment the tuna is over,
Gone.
so yeah, whatever.
It's like, it's so how cat-like. How cat-like. How fickle.
You're just another one of those.
All right, last but not least.
Vancouver.
Yes.
Vancouver, yes.
We met in Vancouver.
Yes, we lived in Vancouver for 20 years.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it's a beautiful city.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Doug.
It's an amazing city, especially in the summer. In the summer, it's like so beautiful.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's not talk about the touristy things to see in Vancouver. Let's talk about the things that are free.
Freest thing.
To see.
Well, you can go up to Mount Cypress and see the old city from the top.
That is a great place.
Beautiful spot.
Yeah.
And you pay zero.
While you're there, you can also see Lighthouse Park.
Yeah, which is really beautiful. Horseshoe Bay and the fish and chips there is like beautiful.
Yeah, and then you can also watch the ferries.
Yeah.
The ferries go back and forth. Very
Yeah, it's a
beautiful.
beautiful place. Another place that doesn't cost a dime is the Lynn Valley Canyon. So
Right.
there's a 2 suspension bridge in Vancouver. One bit is a bit expensive.
And you see photos of it as soon as you get to the airport. We're not going to mention the name.
It's a main tourist attraction in Vancouver. It's fun, it's beautiful, but there's a free one, few kilometers east.
Yeah, so if you go there by taxi, he may not want to take you
To the free one?
Lynn Canyon. He may want to take you to the other one, but seriously, go to Lynn Canyon.
Yes, there's no tourists, there's just locals, and it's so much fun.
What else to see in Vancouver?
Well, Stanley Park, who doesn't know Stanley Park?
You know, Vancouver's still another walkable city.
Very walkable downtown Vancouver.
If you have an afternoon, walk around the park
Or rent a bike.
or rent a bike.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You go around the park, and there's a beautiful path goes all the way around the park, and you can go under the Lionsgate Bridge. It's really beautiful.
Yep, definitely. There's
beaches?
also English Bay, Kids Beach.
Kids Beach, oh, beautiful. In the summertime, you will never get tired of it.
But the most popular beach
Yes, the
in
most
Vancouver, like shocking, it was our favorite beach for 20 years, visited it hundreds and hundreds of times. Wreck Beach.
Wreck Beach. It's a little challenging to get there because there's about 500 steps.
Well, first, it's not in downtown.
No.
Wreck Beach is at UBC.
Yeah.
And so you can take the bus, like the 99 down Broadway,
Yeah.
and it'll take you there. And there are about 500 steps
To go down is
to go
fine.
down. Well, actually, I always, I have a bad knee. I always found that it was harder to go down
And
than
that's the reason for that.
and that is the reason. That's for another. That's another story. But coming up, wow! Drink lots of water at Wreck Beach. But Wreck Beach is famous because it is the probably the only or most famous nude or clothing optional beach in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the top 10 clothing optional beach in North America.
And it's also the most busiest beach in Vancouver.
Oh my God, it's so busy. If you go there like on a national holiday, you will have a problem finding a spot to sit because it gets packed.
Yeah.
especially Labor Day weekend. It's not a small beach, it's actually a very big beach, so you have
Definitely.
gets busy.
It's shocking. I've heard as much as 12,000 people in a beach that's maybe a kilometer long, or half a mile.
Yeah.
Like it's
gets busy.
yeah. And generally, so the water doesn't look great, but just go with the flow. There's lots of people in the water. It's perfectly fine. I swam there for a long time. You know, sometimes when the tide comes in, it can bring stuff.
With pulp.
Yeah, because there's a pulp and paper mill next door.
And it's really cold.
But I've never had any problem. 20 years.
It's safe, but it doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good. But
well, you can swim.
Beautiful place to hang out, and there's lots of food vendors and
beer technically are not supposed to be there, but
exactly
they're tolerated.
Exactly. So there's everything you need at Wreck Beach, and if you like it, let us know. If you don't, well,
let us know.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching this very long show. I hope you enjoyed it.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.